Right now, just watch IWM. Take a deep breath, relax. We're trapped in a little cage. When that cage breaks, which might happen after he speaks, right now they're trying to push it down, but it's obviously not a good idea to try and chase this. 1 second. Let's pull up. You know what I'm having right now? An asthma attack. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Lulu generally, usually about a day or two out. So tomorrow's expiration. Right now, I'm not recommending that anybody try to jump the gun on this one. It's got to play up. It's got actually a bunch of plays up. Right now, I would say that the majority of the pressure is down with today's rejection overhead at 266. And the only thing that's going to be able to change that if this empty space is filled up, and that's what I'm watching, right? Because the other alternative here, and again, we're not, yeah, we're looking at a floor touch of 260.50. Why is gold flatlining? Mm-hmm. Sorry, just a little taste. I don't want this isolation. Is my brokerage being laggy right now? What are you guys looking at? Anybody have anything you want me to take a look at while we are being bored by FOMC speech? What the fuck is going on with the Wi-Fi today? Microsoft is fighting with cost basis. I think, again, if you just want to kind of look at it like this,
Yeah, one.
it's that candle right there. So That's what Microsoft has to make its way through. And right now it's red, but if it can, it has been holding all day. So if it can close green up against that, or even just stay in range, it'll give you the ability to build and break. Spy gold. Am I still on Netflix? I had to reduce my risk, so I had to cut my contracts. Mr. Pal, is it true you're part of Potter Stock's Discord server? Maybe. All right, let's see here. So right now, Spy, again, taking kind of a bearish tone going into this meeting or even just closing this meeting. And if what we're doing is retesting that sell wall and driving price down, which again, we're still watching to see if that's going to be the result, then you could look for a gap fill to 693 going into the end of the day, possibly. Obviously, yeah, so you did liquidate the box up above you, shot up into the range. So moving back through or closing anywhere in here, right, would probably uh change that dynamic. But yeah, the gap fill, two 693.50 and then 693 even would be your targets to the downside if we did lose that floor. So you rejected the highs today and now you're closing down on the lows. So there is more of a bearish approach that's can be taken here. You need a gap down in order to get to that target that I have for you at 144.50. All right. I have really bad Schreidenfood on FOMC days. It's really bad. Yeah, you got to persevere through that German FOMO. Are we looking at gold futures? My analysis on gold has been the same every single day because we're still ripping into the highs. So, I mean, again, if you're asking me what it's doing now, it's bullish. I have no edge, guys. I am just like everybody else when it comes to all-time highs. The only thing I can do is flip my chart upside down if I think, which I usually don't, at the highs I'm short, right? So it seems like the majority of the price action, a lot of the price action's overnight, so it's tough to, even see those signs before they happen. I don't really think there's an opportunity to. I mean, they're beaten up, so that was part of taking that low risk position. So I don't think I'd rather roll one side because I think we will get a definitive move by the end of the day. But I am having an asthma attack right now, pretty bad. I forgot. I got to go get a new inhaler. Cost basis is still, I mean, you are closing red below this. I mean, my analysis seems to be holding up here. I still see a target of 163.40. Oh, that feels better. Oh, I need to yawn. MSTR up. Like what needs to happen? Today's high. You need to clear 166 and fill that gap. INTC. You know what I see? I is that 43.73, which yeah, that is that, and then this. That's really the only areas of resistance that I see. And you got a great retest right now. So can you get off stream and get one? I'd have to go drive and get one. I'll be okay, guys. It's not that kind of asthma attack. I feel like I just sprinted. Like that's like I just feel like I just slammed a pack of Newports and then ran a mile. I'll be all right. Yeah, IWM's 260 target. I always lean on the 24-hour time frame. I mean, you could say the 4-hour as well. You know, that's where you based out of. I mean, there is that mark right there at 260, 160, but right now, I mean, here's what I'm looking at on IWM, and I might be lacking some oxygen, but I'm looking to see if this candle wants to close green, because then we would be looking at a retest. If this fails, and this is a retest here, then that's short, right? Seeing that it has and is bouncing off of that old floor that we had here. So if you lose that, you get this. My thoughts. Oh, my bad. If you guys are on TikTok, if you want to see the whole screen, you could go to YouTube. But that's what the chart looks like right there. All right, it is 249. Market's not really doing anything. What a waste of an FOMC. See how he ends his speech, but the cool thing is IWM does have some tension now. So there's, an inevitable move, I think, but he said Hail Hydra. That's crazy, don't. All right. SMR up. That looks great. That right there looks way better. I like that. I like that a lot. I like the fact that you turned it back over after retesting that floor underneath you. Yeah, I'd be looking for a 21 to break. That could be that looks like a pretty decent play to the upside. The only thing that's left is 21.18. So, am I okay? Yeah, I'm a little out of breath right now. Too many blinkers before stream. Nah, man, I'm blinker free. I mean, not just at this moment. I am. Check my heart rate. Feels fine. Lunar looks like it wants to go. It is closing flat up against 23.44. So, I mean, that's like an endless amount of empty space. I would look at 25.50 here. No, I didn't take Pepsi. Did I eat today? Yeah. Is the poverty demon? Yeah, I did. I talked shit about the poverty demon. He's attacking my lungs. Get some water. What trade am I in? I just have some runners on or gambles, I guess if you want to call them that, on IWM that I had swung and added to, and then I have Netflix contracts that are I had to size down on. Do I got any cool whips? I'm trying to turn my Forerunner into like $100,000 Forerunner. I'm getting the tires sat out a little bit, a couple inches, with some spacers, and then I'm getting a snorkel put on. Do I need the snorkel? No, but does it look cool? I might need the snorkel actually. It floods out here sometimes. Long, long on that one. The fuck is Manny calling me for? Why you always call me right now? Spacer's no good. Well, my buddy told me that. I mean, he's got them. They work pretty good. Ready for it.
Man, Amazon's about to fucking fire 16,000 employees.
Amazon is? Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think I saw that. Yeah, man. I don't give a fuck about nobody.
I knew that shit was gonna happen. They're building too many warehouses, bro. They built three warehouses in the past year and a half, like huge warehouses for no reason.
Hold on one second. You should get a donk. What the fuck? Oracle is at the floor, and it did bounce. It is green right now. So now that is what you need to lose. Amazon stores would actually be lit, but get beeped up bearings. Yeah, dude, you know what? Honestly, I'm just throwing money at this guy. He's good at what he does. I don't really question the process. If the car explodes, I guess I'll get my money back in the next life. If the world ever collapsed, dude, I'm heading straight for the Amazon store. I'm gonna fortify it. A warehouse, Amazon warehouse. I'm gonna fortify it. Oh, I like to think about sometimes like Fallout or Walking Dead type situations. Be like,
All
oh,
by yourself though?
yeah, I would leave my family also as bait. No, of course. I mean, yeah,
Could anybody else enter beside your family?
I mean, if it's post-apocalyptic, like I gotta be on guard. So you're gonna be, I don't know, I don't know.
What about the Discord people?
We're all gonna be separated.
Password could be PBS.
PBS. If somebody knocked up to the door, it was like PBS. I guess I'd have to.
We used the water box. Let us in.
I'm going straight to the pharmacy to fortify that. Jesus Christ. Why fortify it? You're not going to need it very long. No, or unless you're going to be a post economy pharmacist. Would we still get signals? Yeah, you would. Survival signals. RTX. Hmm. All-time highs? Yeah. So what are you looking to do? Are you taking this up or down?
Up, up.
You want to take it up? Um, so we know where we're at on the 24 hour. I think what's important is finding out what the lower time frame looks like. And that is here. 202.21 would be step one in getting this one to break back out after being pulled back in. Now, when I look at this on the hourly, I also see the possibility of this being a retest back down. The only thing, obviously saving you here is this volume there. And then underneath that, you have a gap, and I think you have that circled on your chart. So now you are up at the highs, so shorting this thing, would probably be just as difficult, but that's what needs to happen. A lot of the times when I see those big wicks out, that kind of kills the vibe for me because that was your chance to go. It's not that it can't, but a lot of times it has to go find the volume that it needs, and as it searches, that could be much lower. So that's funny. Levels on Adobe. Well, my levels definitely held up today. Did they not? Yes, they did. Look at that shit. I fucking, it's easy. You're in range. And I tell you what, you look at the 24 hour, and that's exactly what you should expect is a lack of opportunity in here. So I would say, man, your money is up here. And I mean, I'd say less enthusiastic about it, but down there. So I mean, there's a great setup or a great play coming, but it's building the box to do that. So Carvana, are you yelling at me to buy Carvana? Can't do it yet. I can't do it yet. How did you get here? Right? That's always my first question. And you had to break through this, and then you had to break through this. And you are firmly planted without a recovery candle above that. And so my preference would be, because you're closing so red now, is get all the way down here and give me that chop. And that, wait for it. Well, it's all going to come together. Ugh, disgusting. So yeah, maybe say for Try to hang on to that. That's kind of what I see. You guys, I keep saying mysterious Marco. We can't say those things in live trading. All right, listen, in crash out, you can be a sinner. But in the chat, you need to be a saint. Even if you don't mean it. What happened to Hum? I don't know. The Humana is. I don't know that one. That boy, that was probably a difficult as fuck trade to grab, though. You're just all up in that range. Now, it looks like you're probably in for a dumper down to into the 178s. Zaddy Trump happened. What'd he do? Why can't Trump be like my dad and just disappear? I'm just kidding. Hey. All right. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened there at all. Medicare statement. Hmm. Is Adobe read for the upside or the downside? Right now, it's at there. You have the liberty to react and be correct rather than setting a precedent on something that is in range. There is no signal here unless you break the real 571 and get to 309.80, where you have a clear setup there. So, I mean, it looks better, right? It is carrying an uptrend, but that's what needs to happen here. You could use this box right here on Carvana if you so please to trade that up. 5 minute looks good. Dang, how did you learn all this? Doing it, man. Going through it. Suffering. The 30 minute is just straight red candles. Yeah, but this is after misreporting numbers. So there's a little bit of a difference. Say Meta and Carvana are different caliber stocks. I'd say Deck right now is going to have a 95.17 target. It's the most recent target there. Wow, IWM still in that range. Q's curling up. SPY held that floor, bounced, and is now holding that upwards position at the moment. All right, it is 3:06. Trump's not, our Powell's not fucking doing anything special or saying anything. Seems to be. He said there is no current data. There is no current data for next rate cuts or future meeting decisions. Oh, current date. Oh shit. No clout, pal. It's pretty funny. Mm, I don't care what Pal says either. Cop City, baby.
Look like IWM is going to fall. I'm looking at maybe puts for Friday.
I'm going to wait till I make a decision on that one with a candle bouncing off the lows and pushing up against what sellers are controlling with empty space up above me. I'm going to wait because what I'd like to see if we go short is a wick and a dump.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, it was looking heavy to me for, for like, and I'm thinking 257 puts is what I'm thinking.
JP Morgan and Kramer is heavy in Carvana. I don't know how much. Yo, Sammy. Proud of you, dude. I'm going to be going over entries and exits in this next Potterbox class. I'm going to specifically go over in depth, and what I'm planning right now is to do a rewind the chart and kind of get you guys to kind of essentially back test. But not in the sense where we're trying to test and see if the strategy works, but we're testing you. QQQ double top. Well, you know I'm not going to take that serious. All love, but so yeah, I'm gonna not with whole. Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. With the let's look at the lower time frame setup. All right, I can't listen to this shit anymore. That is awful. Yeah, we're waiting to see if this candle's going to close green, or try to flip itself green. But this is definitely how you get it started. Me and Jose are going to be doing the random bar feature on replay and TradingView tonight for practice. What time are you guys doing that? Hold on, big man's coming. I live by train track, man. Business is slow right now. No trains at all. What are you robbing trains or something? what what do you do? I live by AutoZone. Business is slow. That's awesome, man. Glad you're able to catch that one. So if it can close back here, then it's out of the clutches of sellers. What is my meta play? I'm not taking meta. Contracts are too expensive. It's politics, not chart. Everything's chart. I don't believe in the other way around.
Just got here. That was a disappointing FOMC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good thing most of us took the risk off this morning.
Exactly. That's what this morning was meant for. Take the investment off, and if you want to leave it on there, leave it on there. No. Carvana has been. We actually traded the shit out of this one for a insane punchback. Yeah, I believe a couple of people in this one multiple times. Carvana actually has a ton of chart appeal. And with empty space, if you guys are following the lower time frame, yeah, it looks like right here, 402. 7 o'clock, you said? So 7 o'clock tonight looked like a little class. Can I look at net? Yeah. I'm waiting to do analysis on the Qs and SPY. That one should be touching 182 very soon. Maverick, I don't ever listen to anybody, ever. I'm not gonna, because you told me to buy Carvana, I'm not gonna buy it. Right now, I'm not trading. I just had a $48,000 transfer go into my bank account. I'm managing the positions that I have and looking for the next one. I did not have Carvana on my watch list. I did not have a plan set out for it. I did not have a chart set up for it. So I did not take it. This is how I maintain my discipline. I don't take signals from you guys. I don't take signals from nobody. I like it. I take it. It's that simple. I'm glad you're taking it. I'm glad you're making money, but I'm not.
Yeah, he only takes signals from Potter.
Yeah, I make my own signals. I don't talk. I don't not. I don't like I don't like talking about money. Period. But you know, just to put you in the perspective that I'm in, like I actually thought about this last night, or for the last couple of nights, I've been thinking about this. And this might be some hippy dippy shit, but like when you're really in flow with the market, like I go through these periods of mental exhaustion where like I feel like I have really put everything mentally I got into trading and doing analysis and obviously teaching and helping you guys. And it's those weeks where we're getting like the watch list, right? We build up a big watch list. There's a lot to pick from. Sometimes I even remember Junior saying this a couple of weeks ago. He's like, dude, I don't even know what to take. Everything's going, right? And it was in those moments where I'm exhausting myself. I am. I'm putting, you know, I'm managing 5 or 4 positions. I'm in this, I'm out of that. And then it slows down. And I feel like I have almost maybe even like um it's almost like the meridian, you know, your what do you call it? Your cycle, your sleep cycle or whatever, you know, it's the same thing. It's like I am in tune, I guess if you want to put it that way, with the flow of expansion and contraction. When we are getting ready to expand, I usually have refreshed myself. Like I usually have backed off because I have learned this lesson of expansion and contraction where 2 or 3 days. I mean, look at what happened on Carvana, or not Carvana, on CRWV. Like it hit our target, and that's the target that I had aimed for. And after I got out of that one, it started if I think I'm thinking of the right one. Yeah, it popped up, came out of that expansion, gave us a couple of days of movement, and then I backed off. It gave us a retest, and then obviously if you wanted to re-enter at that point, you could have. I didn't. But I do I think maybe I'm just learning to appreciate the times in which I am exhausted because things did go really well. Like, and I obviously I'm not, I could go and lift weights or something, but like there is a level of I don't know if how many people exhibit this or feel the same way. I'm sure you guys do, but like, you'll trade for a week and it's like mentally I'm fried. And so I'll back off and I'm taking slower, maybe only two positions. I'm managing IWM and Netflix. Yeah, you get burnt out. And I find that if you pick the times, like even knowing when to put forth the effort, like when I wake up and I posted this before where I'm like, oh man, I should go back to bed. Already right there, like once I set that range of motion, if we're stuck there, I'm not moving. And neither is my like exhaustion. Um, but if you're and it's interesting because new people will, or even if you've taken a break or you got a big gain and now you're like stepping to the table, it's like, dude, the market doesn't care. You got to be able to spot a good setup when you show up. And if you don't, even it doesn't matter why you're there or what epiphany you had that led you back or whatever good feeling, you still have to know when to place that trade and where. And then when that's over with and you're doing all of this analysis, my natural tendency is to back off and also to like mentally refresh myself, try to give myself some time.
By the way, croissant, what you
So
were looking for was circadian rhythm. Just to add that to
that's
your
right.
repertoire.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. I
Yes, sir.
couldn't remember.
Yes, sir.
Must be the Benjamin. IWM still chopping in that range. Alejandro, when I do the next workshop, I'm going to be going in depth on entries and exits for different styles. I've been burned out since November. Have you taken a real break?
He said since November.
I mean, dude, there's months I've had where I'm like, I feel detached from the charts sometimes. I think September was like that for me. I don't think I was really feeling it.
Yeah, I'm glad I took me a month-long break at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. I stay in cash in this news-driven market. I mean, I take my play, usually last a couple of days or a day or two, and then I'm the same way. Now there's equity plays that I've got such a killer average and stuff. I'm not removing myself yet, but I'm looking right now. I'm not really seeing anything spectacular at the moment. I'm not sure about that one, man. I mean, as long as you can set a good stop loss, John, I mean, this is a huge floor for it, but it does still have more. And with the type of exhibit or the type of weakness that it's exhibiting, where every single time it goes to fill up its empty space above and it hits any structure, it sells off, that deters me a little bit. So I haven't the class I'm probably going to be doing the class at the end of maybe February, mid-February. I'll alert, but I'm really looking at, I want the class to be even obviously if there's people who have already taken it, I want people who have already been in the class in there as well. And then some of you guys who have already made it to the other side, if you guys want to show up and uh talk, I'm gonna ask some of you guys to do that anyway, but First wedding anniversary coming soon. Don't forget your gift. Yeah. If you're in the monthly Discord, will you be able to access the class? You got to have the workshop. That's the most important thing. If you have the monthly, if you just bought it and you get the workshop, I'll give you your monthly money back. Same thing with the yearly. But the most important thing, listen, if you're trying to get into my Discord just to check it out, that's what the monthly is for. If you feel like you've learned my strategy just by listening to me, that's possibly what the monthly is for. But the most important thing that I have to offer, not even the Discord chat, is the workshop. I put a fuck ton of effort into that, and it was hosted live, so I have real questions coming in, a lot of questions that people end up asking anyway. So 24-hour candles getting heavier. You better get going, IWM. Every ETFs are at a standstill right now. I'm hunting through individual equities right now, but if Carvana crosses 408.72, you've got another 415 level. So do I teach one-on-one? I avoid it. I think I am occasionally, but to save everybody time and money, I recommend that you just ask me questions. I mean, I feel like I put enough effort into teaching people, even in the middle of trades. I mean, I'm teaching people, so I feel like, if I'm here and you can ask me those questions, what's the difference? Also, I've said this before, it disrupts people's learning curve. I think it's really just like, just when something comes up that you don't understand, seek the answer. Do you kiss on the first date? Oh, that's crazy. What if we got the workshop this month and want to message me and J Rayla, message me and I'll work something out for you. Ugh. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, there's really nothing much up above you other than $47 and $47.50. Ivy, do you need that code or you got it? Trade services? How's the 15 milligrams in treating me? I don't know. It's no different than the 12 milligram. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking immune to nicotine. Trade services? What are you what are you saying? All right. So we are getting towards the 3:30 mark here. And as we go into the close, we're not really seeing much of anything. We haven't lost anything, and we have left behind some empty space. So this could be one of those situations, and I'll start with IWM on this one. This could be one of those situations where we see a gap up. It is holding the floor. It does have empty space up above it. Again, I'm gonna keep watching this one as we get into the end of the day. But if this is 1-2, 1-2, and this thing decided to gap up right here, it would wick, and then we would gap fill, bounce, chop, and then possibly flush down to make that channel. But I'm gonna again try to wait till the end of the day here to see how, if it continues to keep holding up and pushing against sellers, then I'm gonna be looking for those sellers to be removed. So should I message you on Discord? Yeah, Discord. Mondami just disclosed Mayor Adam left a $4 billion deficit. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. If you have anything you want me to take a look at, go ahead and start dropping it now. SPY's going to be in the same boat, kind of leaning up, right, towards that 696 area. It is something to, and again, as we get towards the close, the closer we get to closing against 696, the less likely that this is a retest of that sell wall that we dropped back underneath. There is a gap underneath us as well, right? We've already bounced off of that structure that's leading to it, and there's a hole down here to 690. So if you are speculating on some sort of punch down, or even if you're looking at it tomorrow, that would be a potential target to the downside. But right now, everything is a little bit speculative. Is your ETF giving you a 24-hour signal? Not too much. All right. Now, QQQ, again, very reminiscent of this area right here. As we've moved up into the highs, we're seeing weakness, right? Just like we talked about. However, this one, like IWM, is leaving empty space up behind, which is just tipping me off to a potential retest tomorrow, or maybe even a gap up as well. So as we get into the end of the day, I want to see that, again, this isn't just a retest. If we do start pulling back down, that could weigh on how we look at it going into tomorrow, and would get us closer to that 50% retracement and a retest back down into those 630s and 628s. So, all right. So all three ETFs, a little sketchy. IWM obviously probably the clearest because it has the most empty space and the cheapest contracts. So that one I'm still looking at as well. Meta upside for earnings. I have an overhead target of $700 and a runner target of 710. That's about it. There is more empty space all the way to 745. Obviously, that's a bit of a stretch. It is going into earnings at that overhead resistance. So with empty space up above you. So yeah, that is what I see. It's just the cost of the contracts is a little wonky, but it is this old cost basis that is in confluence. So no, class is not tonight. No, not tonight. I will let you guys know. Make sure to look in the announcement page of the Discord. Starts.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Just doo-doo FOMC as per usual.
Yeah, I read like by
They set
just
the
a little
range
bit.
this morning and locked it in.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Holy shit! Yeah, they did.
Big pop up, big pop down, lock it in. Yeah, typical.
Another day, another FOMC.
Another day enough. Yeah, exactly. But we stayed safe. I was able to sell some contracts to some idiots this morning, so
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah, they gapped it up, empty space, so they left in after hours down into LOL.
Yeah, I think they might end up gapping it up.
These people.
How is that even possible? All right. Let's see here. That's funny.
I'm gonna be off the voice because I do some things, but I'll be around. I'll be in the futures channel typing.
All right.
Peace.
Manny's featuring. Future.
What live trade can I use independent trading chat? The voice for that?
You could just
I think
make
Ivy
a.
forgot.
You could just make it like a live trading chat. You could just make a futures chat.
Oh, okay. I'll let Ivy do it. I don't want to do it, and then next thing you know, everybody has permission. And we get somebody in there calling me a Freemason.
Hold on a second. Listen, don't nobody say anything. Hold on a second. I just got to get something.
Oh my god.
YouTube, sorry, little audio issue there. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. Yeah. No way. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, it is request time, so drop what you want to drop. Anybody in the Discord? What else are we looking at here? Microsoft earnings. Is this earnings today? Okay, so I mean, the only thing I can give you, it does have a gap up at 505. I do see a 496 target, but I did offer this last night. It has been traveling in this, so you could possibly be looking. I'm not going to say all the way to 527, but I'd say 505 at top. So, how do I change my push to talk? I give you a different role. Are you gonna come? Are you gonna stay here? You fucking bastard! Are you gonna plunge us and then leave for 7 months again, just like Dad? Just like Dad. All right, guys. Silver and gold analysis. Listen, if anybody's giving you top tier analysis on this shit as it flies into all time highs, like I don't know where the fuck they're getting that from. I mean, if you're on a lower time frame, sure, there's empty space in the overhead high of 106. We talked about that one being possible last night. It obviously is the current target. I think on a lower time frame, you also have, yeah, that's a flat rejection. So it's 106.50 that would need to be broken and pushed higher. It's plain and simple. All right, what do we got next here? Uh, ACHR hit floor and bounced. Oof.
That's not a
I
good
don't.
way to start.
Yeah, I don't. I think you still have 760 to tap. Let me see. 4 hour, 2 hour. Okay, so you have a little bit of structure here and off the floor. Oh, well, would you look at that? Cost basis. Okay. 50% mark. So clearly now you know, right? Now we know what we need to reclaim. It does look like sellers are trying to push you back down after letting it retest that green candle up above. So it's not a bad look, but it does need to keep driving forward in order to get that low 745. So, all right, let's see here. What is that? Stride? That's not good. Let's see here. Did you fall fast? Okay, so you fell fast and you left a gap. You know what? This is the place to try to build some sort of reversal back up. Here's what I would lean on. That box alone. That one 5-minute box would lead you to this pre-market 94.11 range, 97, and then obviously gap fill. So yeah, I like how he just shows up and then he's like, how do I change the push to talk? Yes, if you get the workshop, Kimster, yes, you get the access to the live class. So anybody gets the live the workshop who doesn't have it will have access, obviously, to this live class. Okay. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? Drop these requests. Not a lot of requests today, which I guess is good. Everybody's laying off. Chilling.
Hey, bro, can you look at that INTC? I got these runners still. I'm holding it on the 4 hour. It's like pretty much stolen between two boxes. Like one tap on the atop the lower box.
15-minute. That's your guy.
All
Right
right,
there.
let me look real
Yeah,
quick.
15-minute, and then you don't look bad though. It looks good. Honestly, this is decent building right here. So if you do pull back now, you want to kind of down quickly and then get it back up. Otherwise, your retest might be a little bit more or a little bit further down.
All right, cool.
Fast today actually rejected off of 4408, which I'm not really sure is a great sign here, and is also closing flat red against 4346, which is typically a sell signal. I would say right now, even though this might just be a quick pullback here, I'd be looking at 4319 and a possible 4275 retracement down. So no way. So as far as targeting goes, damn. Now, as far as responding to that mark, not great, because if you're bullish on this, you're a long ways from home and a long ways from takeoff, and you're not really responding in a way that feels super duper bullish. Now, you haven't lost anything quite yet, which would be um, right below that 2990, right? So if that breaks down, you have a 2-hour box directly below you here. And so you would have maybe 2911 if it happens fast enough. But otherwise, your hope if you're bullish is to bounce tomorrow and to retest that overhead, which is actually marked out by a lower time frame box, perfectly aligned with 3143. I just think it's interesting that I'm able to make all like this high a percentage consistently without any of that information. Like none of that information is relevant to me, and I still am managing to kill it, so Dow. It's going to fight. You're in a weekly cost basis, so don't expect it to be easy. Um, building, let's see what's underneath you. First red candle to your left. So you did bounce today successfully off of the structure that's underneath you, which is limited. And now what's required? You need to get back up above 2831. That's bullish. Very simple.
JG.
What's up,
Sorry, I'm
brother?
driving.
No, you're okay. What's up, brother?
Could you look at snow for me
Sure.
when you get a chance?
Ooh, wow. What a wick. There you go. Again, back to the analysis is fire. So what are you looking in? Are you bullish on this?
I was thinking, yeah, bullish.
Right now, it's not doing a great job at holding. Let's see here. So empty space got filled up. The 50% mark got filled. So honestly, dude, you have the liberty to not have to rush into this, right? Because you have the structure underneath you. You haven't necessarily lost it. And right now, as we near the end of the day, I would be checking to see how it even responds to that. Because ultimately, you do have that, which is empty-ish, right? Basically above 219. So I think by the end of the day, if you can get this to go green, that could change the direction here. But that's not necessarily what I want to see when I hit cost basis. In fact, that would, or even the 50% mark of anything, that typically tips me off to like, okay, hold on, wait. AOK up. Okay, so it's looking a little bit better. Obviously, wicking those highs, it is holding up pretty well. Yeah, if you're long on this one, I mean, it is holding above 52 on the 4. Good bounce. So that bounce last time was not able to sustain at all, but you came right back down and you held. So yeah, not bad. Obviously this is all-time, or not all-time highs, but this is breaking into new highs and into empty space. So if it lags a little bit, be patient with it, stick to your stop loss, but it does look pretty good. Don't hold, stay on the side. Maverick, you cannot be coming in here telling other people what to do. I'm serious, bro. I'm not gonna come and DM you and tell you what to do. I really don't. Yeah, you're just like kind of. I don't even know what the fuck you're trying to do. If I'm being honest with you, you cannot tell people in here what to do. You just can't. I'm not gonna sit here and let it happen. Or and I'll be honest with you, dude. Yeah, but I don't want you. No, you did. I'm only reading messages, so I wouldn't make it. You said don't hold, stay on sideline with cash. That is what you said. So awesome. You won on Carvana. That's awesome, dude. I didn't take Carvana, didn't have a setup for it. But you're annoying the shit out of me, actually. If I'm just being 100% honest with you, like, go live stream on your own if you want to give all people all of this analysis. If you have some edge that's really fire, then that people need to know about it. So please go tell people that. But you're bombarding me with all of your bullshit analysis that I just don't care about. And you could call my analysis bullshit and we could agree on that and shake hands, but I don't care about what you're trying to tell me because I don't trade that way. We have different styles, and like you said that before, and I was cool with it, but then you don't shut the fuck up after. You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, cool, we both have different, like ways of doing things. Okay, I predicted ASML yesterday. Okay, all right. Find me a tall building. Jesus Christ. Are you serious, dude?
Boop.
That's hilarious. All right. I don't. Yeah. You know what? You predicted ASML yesterday. I mean, awesome. That is awesome. I'm really glad that you did that, man. But you're trying to. I don't know what you're trying to do. But you're annoying as fuck. You gotta chill.
Sounds like a pest.
I'm gonna mute
Call
you.
the Orchid Man.
Jesus
Sandbox.
Christ. Yeah, you said sandbox. No, I just like, you know what? If that's how you trade, any of you, if you all factor in different stuff and you like to talk about it with other people, that's fine. You can't tell other people what to do. and you sure as shit can't shove your analysis down everybody else's throat that isn't relevant to mine. Sharing is different, but like telling me that what I'm doing isn't applicable at all, and it's that that it's a short squeeze. That's, I think he was saying it's a short squeeze, and then you need to master the art of like, come on, bro. Like if you've been trading since the 2000s, awesome, that's great, but don't be one of those old dudes who's constantly like, you got soft hands, you don't know what you're doing. Like, all right, calm down. All right, anyway, SoFi, this one actually is, we might be in luck here today, guys. It has not hit the 2450 floor. I am short on this one. I've been holding this one long enough and kind of forget about it, but I am still short on SoFi. I have the February 20th, 22 puts. So I'm actually in the money. The contracts themselves, not really, are not getting close to the money, sorry. But the floor that we have directly up in front of us is probably the most formidable. So once we get past that, we might have the opportunity to float down there. So no, man, I interact with people like that guy all the time. I mean, there's people who DM me on Discord, so it's not, I'll jump right back into analysis. I'm not, it's just annoying. It's just like having a rock in your shoe or something, you know? It's not gonna ruin my day. But I gotta get the rock out of my shoe, dude. What do you want to do to this? CVS up? So interestingly enough, John, it's at the same exact level that it was before, right? Not quite 50%. Actually, I was wrong. And you just lost the floor. When you lost the floor, you fell back under 74.97. That would have me leaning more here. But what are we doing here? So the answer is, again, as always, on the chart, you have a punch or push through 75.30 and outside of 77.30 into that empty space. And that might be a decent little trade right there, baby. Might be a decent little trade, baby. When they clown around like that. You know, again, it's a stock market, you know, it is what it is. Once you learn the system, incorporate whatever you want. Hymns. What are we looking to do to hymns? Or hood? Hood up. Has a heavy, it's heavy, right? Very, very heavy and very much well implanted, you know. That was a box that you punched through. Okay. That was a box that you punched through here. But it has enough range. Usually it's me who's on wrong about this. So the quarterly mark on 102.40. So the only thing you have right now, and I would say that long is not an option necessarily at the moment with a candle close in the wicks. I would be looking at 98.40. You'd have to see a really substantial bounce on 102.23. So yeah, not quite. Almost. Still fooling around. Zoom out on that IWM chart, man. That's going to help a lot. Also, if you're on TikTok, you can go to YT and see both sides of my chart and the whole chart. It's a little delayed, but all right. What else do we got? We've got 10 minutes left. I'm going to take a second here to manage some stuff. Oh, NBIS.
Anyone taking love for earnings?
I'll take a look at it in a second. It doesn't look bad.
Otter, it doesn't have to be if you're working on plays and stuff, but maybe after. I've got a couple that I sent in just to look at
Yeah.
in the chat bubble.
Okay. All right. So for me, I mean, I do like the trajectory and where it's holding itself up at. Obviously this overhead resistance is bitching. So being up above it at 102, and you're going for the gap fill. So just be patient. Don't try and front run that. I mean, the only other, obviously if it gets news, but is that have earnings or anything? No, not anytime soon. So, all right, let's finish this up here. What's the final verdict on Netflix? My brother, I cannot stay long on this any longer. It doesn't make any sense on the 24-hour. If it decides to try to pop out again after continuing to make new highs, if something changes between now and the end of the day, but yeah, I can't. Every single time it fills up empty space, it dies. Every single time. And right now, there's too much underneath us. So the only thing that could, if tomorrow we maintain this channel, I'll set up a look for it because enough pressure overhead without sellers successfully getting it down, and I'll flip the script. But I can't continue to try to trade that with it not being bullish. It's not bullish, right? The selling pressure is still very much present. And I mean, if you zoom out, we got it. It was worth it. It was worth trying to see if that floor would respond. It's sure not. So maybe something changes by the end of the week. All right, last setup here. So for IWM, all right. I'm gonna just throw this out there. There could be a really good day trade setup for tomorrow, so don't blow your BP. The 24-hour, I can't help but feel bearish on this one with the two rejections overhead. It's really hard to see anything other than that 260 floor. As soon as I go down in analysis, you see that where we've pulled the volume off of, and it's that floor. So if that floor held you up from falling back here, then that's what I would assume again, right? Now I did talk about the previous top right here at 6. This actually almost looks like a box already, but 260, 150, 260, 130. That would also be a target. Now, if any of one of these levels gets wicked off of and we start moving through the empty space that we have left right through here, then you're in for a complete reversal and could be ripping right back up. And that's something that I'm anticipating because there is control and it will clap you. So if you don't feel like this is a great setup for you to swing, make a good decision, not an impulsive one. That impulsive feeling is going to be somewhere between your lower intestines and your ass. If you feel it in your gut, that might be good. But if you feel it in your ass, I don't know. You'll find that in chapter 3 of the PBS workshop. It's very technical. All right, PBR.
Bro, you funny as shit.
PBR. I can't
There's a
help you on
perfect
that
amount
one.
of silence.
I cannot help you. I'm not even joking though when I say that. There's an impulsive feeling in your body, and like, ooh, like that's a great setup. That's a great candle close. There's a difference between trying to front run something that hasn't triggered and you feel that in your ass, in your stomach, butt area.
Posterior, if you will.
Yes, sir. NOW to the upside. Yeah, so you got a strong wick off of 136 today. I mean, or off of the this week. Well, no, that was today. That's a range, baby. Actually, damn, look at the analysis right there. We talked about that line needing to be reclaimed. You have rejected it, and now you are falling. So I would be. This is actually where I'll look for potential trend, like so. Watch 126.88. Oh, it has ER. Oh shit. Well, thank you. Okay, so step one: does it respond well to ER? No. No. That was pretty damn good, but it had a pretty decent little punchback setup. That was a decent little dumper. Where'd that go? 230 all the way to 200, so that's substantial. That was kind of ass. Wow. Okay, so does it have a setup similar to that? So it rejected off of 137. It still has yet to hit 121 or 114. So I'm going to place two targets on this one. Straddle them if you want. I say target 147 and target 114, which I believe should be pretty equal. So. Yeah, that's in the chapter, Impulse Identification. You'll find it there. Anybody swinging anything tonight? You got 30 seconds. I am so far short.
I took puts on Starbucks that I'm gonna let ride.
Oh my God. Wow. Death of the latte. Ding, ding, ding.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Crazy day. A dude comes in here, says something for you.
Saved by the bell.
Less talking, more kissing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's see here. UNH for America. Not bad. You got the floor. You're hanging on. You're hanging on. So now median and top. You also know where a retest would likely happen. So yeah, stay above 291. I think tomorrow, Carvana probably, you could set this one up, but this right here will be the main, well, depending on if it gaps up or not. But that will be the main area above you. It definitely could afford a retest or two, but like back down into here. That was set up in pretty fire range, but all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, I think so. Microsoft down. Yeah, that's why. Oh my God. Oh, cost basis. Right here. Watch that. 250, 250. And what about Meta? Oh my God. Saved by the premium. That one's once it loses 242, then you'll rip down.
Yo, I had a meta contract that I sold before close to the upside.
Oh,
So
rest
glad
in
I ain't
peace.
jumping Microsoft. Holy crap.
Man, I stayed away from both of them. Meta too. Yo, Microsoft. That's not good. You just went up,
Meta
grabbed
was
all the
crazy,
cell
dude.
volume
Like,
off of cost basis, and just ate all that up. Oof. Now the queues are Oh my god. Yep. The queues are fucking dumping off of that. Now what about IWM? Doesn't give a shit. That might be a good sign for follow through though for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that could, yeah, definitely.
All right. Wow. So Meta, what else has earnings today? I know Apple didn't.
Tesla.
Damn. That dude who was pissing me off was telling me should be long on Meta.
Did he really say that?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, those type of guys are always like, I saw it coming when, Bitcoin was doing this thing but never bought. Always talking.
It's yeah. I'll never forget this play. This dude on TikTok. Shit, it's probably him. But this guy, I said, yep, you knew exactly what it was. I took snow. He said, this looks good. And I was like, yeah, it does, actually. It looks fucking bitchin'. And so I ended up grabbing it. And brother, this motherfucker would not shut up. If that bounce on Meta is big enough, then maybe that could squeeze him out. But just for weeks, he was like, I gave you snow. And to the
I
point where it
remember
was
that
like,
guy.
yeah. And so I was like, all right, dude, we got it. Like, we get it. You gave us snow. That was now 3 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
He
But,
He
was
told
wanting
you to get
acknowledgement
long
from Senpai.
on Meta.
huh?
He told you to go long on Meta.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, people like that, dude. They're talk. I wish you were still live on TikTok, so then he could have just watched it happen.
Hey, yo, add him to the chat temporarily and see how he feels right now.
You guys are diabolical. It did hit 690. It did tap the floor. And then just, whew. Carla, that one I just couldn't I couldn't. So the contracts, remember that, I mean, I bought contracts off the floor for $65 and sold them for 800. That's too, I could not. Earnings for me has to be like, yo, nobody cares. Like, volume, maybe it picks up a little bit, but like, it's been a dead stock, so nobody really even like pays attention. And it's like those ones you get away with. And I will say, like, Meta is actually holding itself up really, really well. And that could result in its flippage tomorrow, for sure. But why the F is IWM not responding? Because it's not tech. That's tech earnings, brother. If anything, it's bouncing. It held the floor. Might be time to grab those calls before it's too late. If you are short on it, or just go into tomorrow cash and be ready. I'll be live tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. There's not a lot of people who show up at 8. I know if you're in the West Coast, I really can't harp on you. I know how hard that shit is. That shit is excruciating. That's one of the main reasons I told Peyton, I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this West Coast shit. Because then, yeah.
I like it because you're done at 1.
Huh?
I like it because you're done at 1. You can still
That
do
is
other
the
things
that
during
is the
day.
W. I mean, you can't take that away from it. But you also are equally exhausted from waking up at 4:30 in the morning.
You take a nap.
Take a little nap. Well, then you're back to square one. It's 4 o'clock.
No, I just nap for a half hour. Yeah, that's all you need.
Oh, dude, I can't be. I'm not a napper because I wake up and I'm not happy. It's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah, I
how.
can see that.
Very rarely I've ever had a nap that just like my grandpa, who is a hotshot in California, could make himself fall asleep on command. He would just sit in a chair and he'd be like, I'm gonna take a 10-minute nap. And I mean 10 minutes, no timer, motherfucker wake up. Like, and it's just like nothing happened.
nice.
He was like, yeah. I was like, I don't think he's actually sleeping. I think he's
Just resting his eyes.
dude, but he was snoring everything within like a
Oh
minute.
wow,
Yeah, I don't know
that's
how he
crazy.
did it. I mean, being a hotshot in California back in uh the 60s and 70s, I'm sure, you know. Yeah, Meta
Yeah.
did. It flipped down, grabbed the thing, but here's the thing. That's not enough to make any money on. You gotta close if you can get back up here, yeah, it might be. I don't care which way it
Tesla's
would have
up on
gone. It was
earnings.
just too much. Tesla's up on earnings. Oh my God. Nothing though. What the fuck is that? Microsoft got clobbered. It did. But you know what? It didn't lose anything. I mean, it lost some structure, but it actually has pulled itself up quite a bit. That's set up on Tesla. Tomorrow might be better. Tomorrow might be better. Yeah, I think if Meta holds up here, or stays right, yeah, there you go. You're still not going to make a lot. You need to get in here to make a lot. But to me, the contract value, just I couldn't do it.
The 720s are like $500, dude.
Exactly. That to me is just high risk. And then you have IV crush, you know. So we could hit this 707 tonight and then gap down and be retesting in the morning. So who knows? But I just know what's right for me. Had that been anything else and cheaper contracts, yeah, I definitely would have. So I'm short, Mr. Tsunami, on SoFi. I've got SoFi February 20th puts. I'm gonna hold those for earnings. I'll grab calls beforehand. Microsoft
Do you still plan on going through the bubble, sir?
going through the bubble.
Yeah,
Oh
like the
yeah,
live
yes.
chat bubble or with the chart. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine whenever.
Those are your charts right here. Okay.
Yeah, there's two of them I was having a hard time with.
Which ones? The AA? Ah, I got you.
Yeah.
Why is this chart so damn big? Okay, so that
To
looks like
find
a
the
1,
positions.
2, 1, 2 box, and you're kind of sitting at the bottom of it. So let's see. Yeah, I have that marked out that way, except for the top of my box. Oh, we're on the 4 hour. So I'd have it something like that. So that's why you're green. Look at that. That's why you went green right there at 58.84. All right. We had you the money. Well, that's funny. IBM is ripping. You know, I think we looked at that one. That one actually had a really big base. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, not bad. That one curled right straight up. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, a.m. Eastern time. What's my take on the
I
I have
overheard
it.
there's like some charting going on today.
Yeah, I think at 7 inside of our Discord.
Is that Eastern?
I believe so. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I would just look inside of the live trading chat. But if you guys do host that, tag me, and I'll slide through. I'll probably see it before you do, but all right. I'm gonna go. I'll see you later. Peace out, guys. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Was there another chart on that one besides AA?
Yes, sir. I had GoDaddy down.
That's right. I'm so sorry. I pulled it up and then I put it away.
All good, man. That's an equity play I'm in.
That's DNN, not GoDaddy. Hmm. Oof. Damn. That shit looks like it still wants to dump. You didn't even hardly respond. So you don't have a box, you have a range. And that's it. And that's why you're kind of sitting on that 50% mark. And so those wicks would mark any sort of new high, right? But obviously below that 100, death. Microsoft is actually curling itself back up, killing everybody. Everybody dies. Futures roll. All right, if you do join the futures, just know Manny is mean, but he doesn't mean it. He loves you, but he's going to say mean things to you. And he wants you to be better. He's one of those guys, one of those stats, you know. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.